Hey folks, well today we have a first video in a series of what we will call for now the Mystery KZ1000. I was going to say people could guess what it's going to become. I don't know, if you really like motorcycles, you might be able to guess what it's going to be at the end of this. But that being said, I will leave it alone what it is for now. So this first set of footage was shot a year ago. I was working on the Z1R at the same time. I had not started putting the Z1R back together, but started on this project bike. And yeah, so this footage is like a year ago. And then when I started putting the Z1R together, I put this one on the shelf and it sat out in my shed for like a year. I recently just started doing work on it again. That's why I'm starting the series. So, that being said, please enjoy. It's a 77 KZ1000 and we'll see what I'm going to do with it. Bye. Well, what do we have here? Another project bike. And it is a KZ1000, 1977 KZ1000A model, as opposed to the B model, or the C model, which is police. The B model is LTD. And this one is going to become something special. And I, for now, will not reveal what it's going to become. Because I think it'd be fun to do it that way. The first few episodes on this one, we'll leave that undefined, and then at a certain point, people will be able to tell what it is. So the only thing I've done to it, I bought it like this with no engine. The frame is in relatively good shape. The brakes, the front brakes actually work. The rear brake stuff, the actuator was missing. I don't know if the rear brake works. Doesn't matter, I'm going to go through the entire bike. It'll be a full restoration. Haven't 100% committed that I'm going to have this one blasted and powder coated, but it's so convenient to do that. I probably will just do that. What else? This is not the tank that came on it. This came on a different one, but I need the tank. We're going to do some fabrication on it. So yeah, we're going to put a fairing on it, and there's some fabrication we need to do. Ooh, guess I need a new one of those. Can you see that? This thing doesn't like to focus. Yeah. We're going to put a fairing on it. So it needs to have, the tank. These, of course, are not the stock bars. These are called drag bars. Can you tell what happened to this gas tank? Look at the big dent. It wasn't on this bike, but this is what happens if you drop these. These cables go right into the gas tank. They're hard, and they dent the gas tank. So I need to have an engine in it because the fairing is going to go over the engine, and we need to, have the correct spacing. As you can see. So I put the only thing I've done on it so far is put the drag bike bars on it, and it was missing a swing arm. And I couldn't find. You would think there'd be missing a swing arm, center stand. You would think there would be a billion center stands on eBay for KZ1000s because a lot of people took them off to put on a 4-to-1. Sometimes these get in the way of a 4-to-1 exhaust. But nope, not really. There was one for like $130. The sucker was reproduction. I think it's Z1 parts. $177 to my house. I think it was like $155 or something like that, plus shipping and tax. So anyway, I got that, and so I need to put an engine in there. Now I have a full, complete engine out in my shed for the bike that this belongs to, But that's really heavy and it's hard to get in there. I don't even know if I could get it in there on my own. So I have also this engine. Right, so I have this engine here, which is out of a 1980 KZ1000 LTD, which is, they call it the 1977 and 78 were the first generation KZ1000 engine. The 79 and 80 are the second generation. They call it the Mark II. Anyway, why am I telling you this? So anyway, I have this engine, and I need something to stick in there. So I'm going to just leave the transmission out, leave the crank out, put the two case halves together, see if I can get the shifter to stick on there, because it would be nice to have the shifter on it. This is going to have what's called a rear set, which is, I have another bike that has a rear set on it, but I don't have it right here. I'll explain that when I get to it. Basically, this is the stock foot peg location in your foot, I believe. This is another KZ1000. How's it look? Yeah, you see here. So they bolt, the foot peg bolts here, and your foot's down here, and the shifter's way over here. It's kind of like a high, you sit on it kind of high. How do I? Well, I'm not going to bother with it. I'll get to it when I show you that. Anyway, the rear set basically moves the foot peg back to here. It's more of a cafe racer kind of thing, and then there's a linkage so that you can attach the shifter, so that you don't have the shifter stock. The shifter's going to be up here stock, and the linkage moves it back here somewhere. Anyway, back to the engine. Yes. So I want to stick these case halves together. The alternator cover, the points cover, and then I have a cylinder I'll stick on there, and I have a head. The heaviest thing is going to be the head, but I can get this done first. Now it's interesting. The Z1R motor I took apart, that was broken off. That's the one that broke, and this one is broken. And I have another engine I'll be taking apart. I'm sure that one would be broken. Here's a complete junk motor that I got just basically for the cases, and I'm sure that one will break when I take that thing apart, if I ever do. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do right now, is try to get the engine stuck together so I can stick it in there. Basically, it's just to get the position of it. Little zippy Ziploc bag with about 1 billion bolts in it. This has crank bolts in it, so I'm going to assume that this is basically the lower end of the motor, I hope. And I don't have to put all the bolts in, but I should put some bolts in. Okay, here's a couple of crank bolts. They go here. There's one. Yep. Oh, that's the one that's broken off though. How about that one? Nope, not long enough. How about that? That looks good. And that should be plenty, so I think it's a 12 and a 10. tabs together. I got the oil pan over there. Let's leave that off for the moment. I want to put on the gear shift cover. Yeah, probably could just do it like that. Alright, let me go get that stuff. Okay, so I got the shifter. You can see there's like this spring separated by that little tang, and there's a stud there, and the shifter goes here. I don't know if you can see any of this, but stud goes between the two end parts of the spring, and so normally the shifter would go downshift like that. You can see it would pull these fork ends, yeah, whatever they are, hooks that would ratchet the shift tube, shift drum, or you can go down, up, you can go up like that. And there's a little hook right there, and that would turn it the other way. A little spring here that goes onto something which is not present at the moment, so I will leave that spring out of the way. So I think I just need that, and this is where the sprocket comes out, obviously, and this guy goes like this. Big. Too long, rather. There aren't really too many that are that small. Okay, there's some hex heads. They look like they might go in there. Well, they're going to go in there for now. Okay. That doesn't want to go in there, so I'm not going to force it. Alright, that's good. Get some more stuff. Magneto cover. taking the gloves off. So put just a little bit of load on these and didn't feel like I wanted to go in. I think I did the wrong. Oh, it threads no problem. It's that maybe the socket's too big, too thick. Let's see. Try a 1/4 inch. Yep. Yeah, these are not the right bolts. A different type of bolt belongs here. These bolts have like a built-in, these are definitely Kawasaki. It's like the bolt and the washer are cast in and there's not enough space. Okay, that's good enough. Clutch cover. I don't know if we need it, but might as well stick it on there.
Small bolts. This. Two bolts connected.
Okay. Now, this needs to go on, but I see that the hope you guys can see. There's a little, what are they called? Placement pin, right? There's one here, but there's one in here. That's because this thing, I took it off the Z1R because I have a new one. So actually I gotta remember to take that. Let me get that out of there. Okay, so that should be good. And should be able to just stick it right there.
Okay. Some little bolts. There.
One there. And Phillips head. Okay. Alright, so yeah, no problems there. And now I'll put the oil pan on it. Stick this in there. What is that, 17? Good. A little bit lighter than than with a crank in it and a transmission. So there's one motor mount that's like right in the bottom, and the frame has tangs that are on either side of it. That's the one. That's a pain in the ass to line up. Okay, so that's lined up, and let's see. So if you can see here, there's the hole, and here's the hole in the frame. So that isn't gonna cut it. Should be able to go down. There we go. So the back one is pretty much in line. And now that hole is in line, and there's also a hole right there. So I've got that one, and that one. So now I've got to find the right bolts. You're supposed to be able to get the cylinder head on and off with the engine in the frame. I will be putting that theory to the test. I don't know, you got maybe 8 inches there? Should I go grab it and try to do that before I put the bolts in? Nah. I'll just trust people on the internet. Let's see, you can do it. Let's see. I think that's the top one. This is the long one on the bottom with a bolt on each side. What else we got? Okay, there's another one. Maybe you should come over here. All right, so there's one here. I already got that. Where's that one go? So that's there. This must be the one that goes on the bottom here. Okay, so that one's in. And then we got these triangular ones. I think one goes on the upper front. I'll just wait till I get over there. I know that these things go on the bottom. I think I can put one of these in. And this one. So if you can see this hole here, and all of this stuff is missing the washers, so it's marked up the frame pretty badly in this case. I think that one is started. And how about these? Oops. Nope, that's not long enough. Oh, this just goes all the way through. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Right. So this isn't. Is this an engine mount? I think it is, right? So it goes like that. And yeah, I think this one is supposed to go over here. Again, this is not the right motor for this frame, but I believe they have the same proportions. Let me go check. Well, the top bolt, the top motor mount bolt, let's see, is this supposed to go like that? How does this go? Let's go like that. Right. This would be in there, yeah. So that's definitely where the top motor mount bolt does not seem to go for this particular bike. I might have got some of these on eBay for an ST80 shaft drive, which is a little different. This one here goes over there. Again, I don't know what people care about this, but so that one there goes there. I know that this little rubber thing goes here, and there's a very short spacer that belongs in there that is not this. This one goes over there, and then this is not to this bike. And this thing here, I think it's a bit too long. So who knows? Maybe that's to the police bike. But in any case, I don't need it. So I just need to secure the rest of the motor mounts. Yeah, that'd be good enough. So there's a little triangle. What goes where? Is that supposed to go in there? No, that would look funny. It doesn't go there. Yeah, I didn't take this apart, so I don't really 100% know. And these particular flanges, they may not even be the right ones, because I bought some stuff online. Okay. What down here? Nope. None of that fits, so that definitely doesn't go down here. That seems to go there. But it's not going to fit. So again, it might be for some different bike. And this seems like it might be along over here. There's a part that goes down here, but it kind of lines up. No good. So, what I'm going to do, I need something to put here. Or down in the bottom here. So, I gotta go look in my stash of junk. Alright, so I have another A model upstairs. I found the right brackets. So that's that one. This one goes below. And then this is that little stubby one I was talking about that this is supposed to wrap around. This little rubber thing is supposed to go here. And well, I don't really need to put that on. Anyway, all the float bowl overfill rubber lines go through that thing. So now that will fit in there. Okay. Oh, I didn't bring down the, what do you call it? The, 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 bolt. That's okay. Go. It's too long, but that's all right. No, not really. Maybe I should go find the bolt. Upstairs again. I got the correct bolt for here. I got the correct bolt for the back one. Back here, and suckers on there. Okay.
Yes. That's the one.
See if I can get the cylinder in there. There we go. It's nice when you don't have to bolt anything down. This is the junk cylinder off of a C1R. Deflate. You don't want to do this with the wiring harness in the way. Because I'm definitely pushing on that. Go. Trying to find these cylinder heads without broken fins is starting to be a real pain in the ass. And this one's good, so I'm gonna be very careful with it. Okay, so that's on there. Now some cylinder head nuts. One nice thing about the KZ1000 is you can get at all of the head nuts without taking the valve cover off. So you can theoretically retorque the cylinder head without taking the valve. Look at inside this valve cover. I'm guessing that someone put aftermarket cams in and had a clearance issue. Looks like I'm dealing with a broken bolt there. So that's not going to go on. But that's okay. Good enough. So a big component of this bike is a very interesting looking exhaust, although most of it's hidden under the fairing. But it's a particularly strange exhaust. I have a complete header set, but I don't have the proper megaphones. I found these on eBay just last week, and it looks like they fit. But how you finagle them together, I'm not totally sure. Looks like that's bent. But the idea is you have a 4x2 exhaust, and this will hang off like that. So I think it'd be best if I could make it, put the header pipes into the exhaust pieces, the megaphone or whatever, and mount those as a unit, because once the headers are in place, you can't really move them. So then you can only move this thing and go like this to try and get them to mate, and that's gonna be very difficult. So I have to play. I'll just mount the headers and see how they come together. I think one of them crosses over another one, and so I'm not even sure that it's possible to put one side on first and then put the other side. You might have to put the header first and then stick the muffler thingies on. So I'll do a time lapse on this to see how long it takes me to do something here. Yeah, I've run into a snag here. This is pipe number 2, and pipe number 2. Oh, pipe number 2. Well, pipe number 2 is supposed to be there, so I'll have to figure that out. But anyway, these collars are supposed to slip right over easily, and it's not. It's just a little too big. I compared it to one of the other pipes, and this is a little too big. So I think I need to grind a little bit off of there, unfortunately. The way this works is you basically have this thing here. So this pushes on the end of the exhaust, and this gets held on by the cylinder, exhaust valve, cylinder studs, and would be on here. And then this part here goes like this. So you have 2 of these, and they push the exhaust header into the gasket to the exhaust valve, and this pushes them on there. So this should go right through. Like this one, you can see that goes right through. So it's pretty tight, but it just easily goes on there. So I got to deal with that. Okay, so I've got that done now. It's right over there, and there's plenty of lip left, so I think that should be good. Okay, so it was a struggle, but I got it on there. A lot of chrome. So you got, what is it? 2 and 3 come out the right-hand side. Whoops. 2 and 3 come out the right-hand side, and 1 and 4 come out the 2 and 3 come out the left-hand side, and 1 and 4 come out the right-hand side. That's lined up with the firing. 1 and 4 fire off the same coil, and 2 and 3 fire off the other coil. So it gives it a neat sound. All right, so now I gotta see if I can get those megaphones on there. All right, so I got one of them on there. So I think what I found out is that I can get 1 and 4 on first, and then 2 and 3 go over. So this is the 1 and 4 side. So this is 4 I have in here. And I cleaned up the inside of these holes, put some grease. Oh, there we go, okay. that's good. So I should now be able to go like this. Ow, without hitting myself in the head. Boy, I really need another person, I think. That's the basic position right there. This is going to be a comedy show, okay. Put it back on the time lapse. Okay, so this is 1 in 4. This is 2. This is 3. There we go. All right, get that one. There we go. Blah, 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 blah. That looks so cool. Too bad it's going to be hidden behind a fairing. This is a, I think it's called, say, Tarazi rear set. I think this is the brake side, the rear brake. And this would be the gear shift side. And what else is here? Oh, instructions also. Kawasaki Z1000A. I think I bought both of them, the Z1000A type. Hopefully that wasn't a mistake. This just looks like the same thing. Okay. So that's going to be for the brake. And all these swivel things are going to be for the shifter. So I've got this complicated little diagram and I've got all the parts up. I'm going to go ahead and put that together. this thingamajig has to go on this pivot and actuate the brake. Probably like that. No. Why are there two things? Okay, there's two things because one is a spring that goes to this switch, which is the rear brake switch, I'm gonna guess. And the thing back here is what goes to the push rod that pushes in the master cylinder. I was gonna clean this up, but it looks like it's fine. Yeah, if I haven't said it yet, this is not final assembly. This is just getting it ready for some work that needs to be done on, some fabrication that needs to be done. Assume that goes in there somewhere. This, maybe it goes in after. So this goes on here, I know that much. Okay. Let's go in like that. Oh, maybe like that. Okay. Maybe it goes like that. So you can adjust this. So I think I want this to go more forward. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So let's see. I think I want this to go more forward. I assume that this just kind of... How does this work? I was thinking that you do something with this. That is on there tight. Well, maybe you don't do something with that. See, if it's like this, it just seems like the brake, well, I'm thinking gear shifter, my foot doesn't have to go under, right? So you're kind of leaned forward. Yeah, that's probably correct. Okay, yeah. All right, so that probably goes like that, and this probably goes, yeah, there's a space there for a spring. Okay, so that can go on there, or can it? Get a hammer. And it cannot go on. Well, hey, so I wonder if anyone guessed. I guess you can put a guess if you want in the comments. And if you did like watching this video, I guess I should say, please subscribe to the channel. And what else? Oh, hit the like button if you liked it. If you didn't like it, then don't hit the like button. My videos are kind of slow and boring, I think, and I kind of just intentionally leave it like that. I mean, I'm not going to do a tap dance routine, you know, Restoring motorcycles, restoring cars, it's kind of tedious, boring work, and just I try to just kind of show the flavor of what it's like, so that if you wanted to do something like that, you might kind of get a sense of what it's going to be like if you have hundreds of hours of spare time on your hands. Yes, also, yeah, I'll make a separate video. I'm majorly distracted by a couple of other things going on in my life. One of them has to do with, people probably have noticed I lost quite a bit of weight, and I've got myself in really good shape, and then something has to do with that. And yeah, I have all of these projects, and I have the Mustang to work on, and all of this, and it's winter, and I can't go outside, which kind of stinks, but I do have my garage, and I can play around in my garage. Anyway, we'll see what this bike is going to become. This is probably going to be like a year, and I'm not going to do just one video after another on this bike. I am at the same time started restoration of a 1971 Honda SL125, one of my favorite bikes because it was the first bike that I ever rode, motorcycle. And so hopefully the next video will be on that one. I just haven't done much work on it yet. So with having said that, thank you for watching, and everyone take care, and see you later. Bye.